thinking it.
She's thinking it.
We're thinking it. And you're watching, you're thinking it.
There we go. On today's episode, we are about to get into an important topic. And I feel like actually, like, growing up in, like, different places, you're told to, like, not touch on it. But we're about to get into politics. We're about to get into voting. You know, like I said, you don't feel like in school, like, teachers always like, you know, don't talk about politics with other people. Yeah. They always told me that, preparing us for voting, like, don't discuss politics with other people.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't feel the same about it and things like that. And as you get older, I understand why.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, because
it really shouldn't have to be that way.
Yeah, my mom being a teacher, she was like, after Trump's election, like, you know how
it's
things
scary.
change,
You be like,
with your teacher, co-workers, yeah, everybody giving each other little slaps, like, ooh.
You come with a little bumper sticker. You're like,
yeah, ooh.
I'm a little.
Me and Vanessa used to have.
I'm scared of you. Yeah.
Sarah,
it's like, whoa,
Sarah used to have lunch together.
It becomes a
Trump
very
sticker, so you real supportive of it, and I'm real opposite. So now having lunch is a little different. Yeah, now you, because it's like you could have kept
that might have went to his campaign. Like
that's like when you're walking around with the "Make it Great America Great."
Yeah, like now that's when you're doing too
not
much.
Trendy.
No. Yeah, so it gets a little sketchy.
It does. It gets a little scary.
It does.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said.
Yeah, it could get real heated in a room real quickly.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Especially some people over Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh yeah, definitely could get. Look, that politics, school, boyfriends, relationships, are you having children, things like that. You know, holidays is a whole nother episode. We can talk about how it gets messy on the holidays.
Mm-hmm. Let us know if you want to see that.
Yeah, let us know. That'd be funny.
We should discuss that.
Y'all are crazy. So, do you all vote?
Yes. But but we only started voting, like you had said, recently, because...
Yeah, me and Gabby, Trump's election was our first election that we were, like, of age to vote. Yeah. So I was just talking about that before we started voting. Like, look at how politics started off for us. On the left foot.
I'll also say, though, to even get, deeper into it, I've still voted for the school board election.
Okay, I was going to ask that. I was going to say, like,
the legislature.
Do you vote within the community?
Yeah, because there's this one guy stopped me when I was going into 7-Eleven. Yeah, and I voted for, like, the fire chief of Uniondale.
Yeah, my mom reminds me of things like that. So, so we're going to talk about things like that, too. Mm-hmm. Well, that was really just my next question is, like, do we feel that it's important to vote within our community as important as we feel like it is to vote for our president? Because a lot of our viewers probably vote for, even there's different groups. There's people who don't vote. There's people who vote sometimes. It's not important to them. There's people who make it a duty of theirs to vote for the presidential election. But it's like, do you vote within your community? For, like you said, the fire chief.
To answer your question, do we feel like it? No. I don't think people feel like it's as important to vote locally as it is that they vote for, like, the national, president. Mm-hmm. Does it feel like that? No. But should it be like that? Yeah. Because, like, at the end of the day, not only that, but it's the people that you elect that's representing you that actually affect you. Like, especially how we're set up in Long Island, where we're, like, separate from New York State. Yeah. So, like, we don't go under, like, the mayor. Like, de Blasio doesn't have jurisdiction over us. So, like, we have, like, a little, like, a person that's more connected to, like, us that represents you that only, like, has, like, 4 neighborhoods. So it's like, those are the people that's, like, making the laws every day, cleaning your roads, taking down fire of your house. So, it's more important, but do people feel like that? No. But you should, though. Those are the people you should really care about. Yeah. The president's important, of course. I mean, you want somebody that cares about, like, bigger issues, Medicare, and but, like, small stuff, your schools.
I just recently started getting into that even recently since, like, I think there was just one during quarantine or right after quarantine. Yeah, my mom kept telling me, go up to the school, vote for the school budget for like you said, we're in the town of Hempstead or whatever. So, and she's a teacher in the town of Hempstead, so she's always telling me, like you said, like, us voting on the school budget being passed affects my mother's pockets directly. Me voting.
Because it has their pay in there.
My mother is an employee within the community. So,
that's so
like
true.
you said, we definitely, whatever community, even if you don't live in Uniondale per se, like us, wherever you are in the world,
it's gonna affect you.
Like, start within your community voting first. Because you know the president has jurisdiction over a lot of things that we really will never have control over, honestly. And that's another thing that we get into. Another question is, does our vote count? Well, first of all, before we get into our next question on does our vote count, I'm gonna answer myself. Like I said, I vote for the president, but I wanted to say too that I almost didn't. Because Trump being the president up for election when we had the opportunity to vote, like, I almost didn't vote. So that's another thing that I just want to say before we get into, like,
it's just so discouraging.
It's just, it's just like, don't be discouraged though, but in the same breath, like, do you all feel like our vote even counts? Because that's some people's excuse for, like, I don't vote for the president, because some people feel like it doesn't matter if everybody in Uniondale, in Hempstead, in Westbury voted against Trump. Like, some people feel like it's set up to be the way it's set up, like he was gonna win regardless. So, do you feel like our vote counts, presidential or within the community?
So I hear you on the if our vote counts, because the electoral vote is what got Trump in office. So it's like, no matter what the populist vote is, it's
People
like, what is the electoral vote, right? But also it still does matter because people...
And we elect those electoral votes too.
We do.
Just so you know,
I'm asking
we elect those people. Those are your
congressmen
and stuff like that.
Like
we elect,
we
elect those. Oh, and guess what? Before this drops, that's also why you're supposed to take the census, because that affects how much electoral votes you
I've never
have.
taken the census.
So look at all of that stuff right there, y'all, that you should really be doing. Your census, number one, so you can get more electoral votes within your state. And then, yes, we elect those electoral college people. But back to your point.
And then, like, for Gabby, right? Gabby's into politics, right? People actually do look at your voting history. So, say if Gabby one day she decides she wants to run for something or whatever, even like whatever she want to do, right? They want to know if she's voted, if she's active in her community, if she's doing things for her community. That's stuff that the constituents are going to want to know, right? So it's like all of that, you should still vote because your vote does matter, because one day you might want to run for, for anything. For anything.
Because people are getting fed up. And I mean, when you see someone like,
getting fed up.
No, because when you see people like Trump, it's like, you can do it too. I was listening to Vision Street Work, this lady out in Roosevelt that has a business. She was interviewing somebody and he's like, yep. And I think it was Sayasa, I don't even know. He's like, we swept the school board. Everyone that we put up on the ballot got through. Like, he was just pushing. People don't even go and vote out for that. Like, you could get like 300 people and you'll win. Like, that's nothing compared to the thousands of people in your neighborhood. So you just gotta get a few parents that care, a few people around your neighborhood. Like, he's like, yep, we swept them. Now we making the budget. Like, those are parents. These are elected positions. Like, those were all parents of the school.
And
you just get fed up. You can do anything now. Come on now. We can do anything.
It's a change. Like, ultimately, it's a change. So if you're not paying attention to your vote, you're not paying attention to who is the electoral vote, who makes that decision, then you're not paying attention to the executive that they put in office. So it's all a change. It's just like we have to make sure we know who our congressmen are, who our senators are. You need to know who the fire chief is. Like, you need to know all of these people. You should know.
They knock on your door for
You should know who the police chief, the police captain. All of these things is something that you should know.
Another question that I have, because just me looking through social media, and that's where I get a lot of information from. That's where it sparks my interest into like look into what's going on. So I saw maybe a couple months ago that they said that like the ballots that they send out for voting in the mail, that there were, you know, obviously black people saying that they feel like in specific areas it was being targeted, that they were like being delayed in the mail or they were never getting them. So do you feel like as black people our vote is purposely being silenced?
Absolutely.
I do.
Absolutely.
You know what?
Systematically.
Yeah.
Systematic.
Me and Gabby couldn't
That's their
vote.
favorite word.
We couldn't vote this election. Yeah, this election we couldn't vote.
I don't even
No, I think you guys went for Obama the second time. You didn't vote this time because you were in Louisiana. And
I didn't put in the absentee.
Right. We both tried. My mom tried for us to both do the absentee ballot, and I tried in Georgia. They would just give me a hard time. So I really definitely feel like, you know, I'm.
And those are the type
biased,
of those are the type of states, obviously, you know, big states like that, like Georgia, that they talk about things like that.
Yeah, I heard that was happening. I saw some stories like in the Bronx and stuff like that.
Yeah, some like big states like Georgia,
Boston.
New York. So
yeah,
places where black people are getting fed up and trying to get out there and make their vote count. But you guys agree that our vote is
the best
purposely
the best way to try and go about it, bro,
being
is you better freaking show up. Y'all better show up, cause that mailing stuff, they setting us up big time.
How do you know if the mail actually got there?
I just don't.
How do you know?
I just don't believe it, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's confusing.
I know we want to believe in an uncorrupted system, but it just sounds funny me even say it, because like a lot of systems is corrupt.
If you can, just go first.
Yeah. And even in that, some people have been stopped at the polls before.
That's true.
So it's so many crazy things.
Where they said that they do things in states, like I said, like Georgia, like they'll say so many of the polls for people to vote in are broke. So then they're like only in like the poverty neighborhoods are the lines like around blocks and blocks. Like they know eventually people are gonna start getting off lines, but in these other white communities and stuff, it's easily to just walk in, you know, submit your vote and walk out. But the black people, you know, they're finding ways to like, you know, make us want to give up. Yeah.
Don't give up, y'all. Please.
We can't.
Please, y'all to stick through it.
At the end of the day, can we change our skin color? No. Do we want to change our skin color? No. We are black. So at the end of the day, any injustice towards black people is something we have to stand up for. We have no other choice. Because first of all, we're all young. Maybe some of us might want to have kids. And what are we leaving for our kids? We have to fight. We don't have to eat for ourselves. We have to fight.
Yeah, you don't want to eat bullshit, yo.
Son, that's one thing.
We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
No.
So that also goes into like my next question. What are some issues that you feel like, you know, the black community faces? And other than just the black community, then I would say like youth, because you know, like things are different for us now.
You mean like things that we should be like thinking of for the election and stuff like that? Ooh, okay. Student loan forgiveness. We should be thinking about student loan forgiveness. You know, because both of y'all need to get y'all loans forgiven so you can go back to school. So that's something that we are affected as a community or disadvantaged in. What else? Women rights. Like, if we have Trump in there longer, we will not be able to have anything.
That's what I was going to say. Abortion rights. You know, I would say that's like, something that's
gay rights. Y'all are clipped. Like, he's reversing everything, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know,
housing.
Housing,
cutting a lot of housing, a lot of welfare.
Yeah,
you know.
And we just had that discrimination article come out for news.
That's an issue that the youth is
in Long Island.
Right now,
because we all leave Long Island.
Moving out is like
hard,
impossible the way
New
that
York?
it used to be. Our car notes are impossible. Our insurance is possible. Like they're
interest
just
rates
not
are
trying
impossible.
to help the youth succeed, and they're not trying to help the black youth succeed. There's just so many like, ooh, it's just like dirt. Yeah,
too much.
It's crazy.
Funding for school.
Boom. Let's really talk about it, because that's where it starts.
Still don't have school buses. I'm not even trying to call Hempstead out. I'm just saying.
How about Hempstead doesn't even finish at the time that other schools?
Yes, we have
resources to
school buses.
Because, like they said, like the buses, or like how the fact that Hempstead is like majority immigrants though. So that's what we don't count in when we're talking about graduation rates and stuff. Yeah. They're not speaking the same language to be able to complete it at the same level. So like you should consider all those factors.
Every time it snows, they can't go to school because you guys don't have buses.
Yeah.
And like the No Child Left Behind crap, you actually have to put in a little bit more work. So you are passing these kids
more
through
teachers
that actually know
more
stuff.
Specialists.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
More guidance counselors.
Why can't they learn coding in
bigger
school?
Budgets,
Why are parents paying $900 to send their kid to a separate school to learn coding? Why isn't that learned?
Or praying for a charter school.
Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of stuff to think about, I guess, with the election.
Climate change.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna affect everybody. You know,
real.
You know, people don't believe in that.
We got a whole president
We're
that
going
doesn't
through that
understand it's real. Like,
come on, yeah, come on. We should totally see COVID.
Well, they're doing weatherization right now, but that's just a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go into that with y'all right now. Just Google that. But it's like, so the last issue that I wanted to talk about that I feel like ties into politics and the black community is colorism.
Oh wow. Oh yes, that's another thing that I feel like we need to talk
it's
about.
Politics to me.
Yeah. No, it is politics because now you actually have a discrimination act that people are trying to pass. Like Alabama is still trying to pass this. The discrimination act against having cultural hairstyles.
Oh, the Hair Act.
That should have never been.
The Crown Act.
Yeah, the Crown Act should have never been a thing.
Yo, what I remember when it was passed in New York State.
You need to tell me that I'm not supposed to go to a job interview like this? Why? I would probably take out the color. But other than that, like, I am black. That's what I mean. When I think about colorism, it starts so many places with me, because that's another thing. I think I've talked about that on another episode, and I'm going to keep talking about it. The dumbest people to say that they don't like hairstyles, like the three of our hairstyles, are black people, black men. Like, protective styles, natural hairstyles come from our culture. So I just feel like you said, it's just, will always, like, plenty of things we go through be a slap in the face that is like, I'm not supposed to have locks because that's unprofessional. Like, how is that unprofessional? Your hair is unprofessional. How?
Yeah.
I will never understand.
Yeah, I don't get it, because anything that a black woman does, a white woman does, so like extensions is still the same thing as a weave. Okay, when somebody, you know what I mean? Like, not all the people.
I'm not trying to be petty, but then it's like, even down to this, these white and Spanish girls are tapping into these hairstyles now. And it's like, it's cute if like a white girl does box braids. Yeah.
I honestly, my thing is this. Am I clean? Am I presentable? Am I ready to work? How I decide to wear my hair, please never tell me my hair is too tall for you. I will show you somebody who still to this day uses too much sheen in their hair. But because they're white, it's okay. How I decide this right here, as long as it's presentable, that's it. And when I say presentable, is it clean? Is it ready to work? Is all the parts covered? Does she look decent? Then everything else is not your concern. That's how I feel. Not your concern. Am I wearing pink, blue hair?
Why is it not distracting when white girls have purple and blue at the end of their hair and stuff and go to work is cute though. But for us, it would be ghetto. Cause I'm like, you know.
I think, but that's the thing. People don't understand. It doesn't matter the skin color. Ghetto is something that's just your persona. That's just how you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just certain things that you do. You could be white and be ghetto.
That's why I like when we came out with the word ratchet, because they like to act like we took over ghetto. Like ghetto is something that can only describe
it's really a place.
Black people, but then there's ratchet white girls.
It is supposed to be a place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
ghetto really is a place. It's not an adjective.
It's supposed to be a ghetto. That's a ghetto. But then, somehow it ended up being like, she's ghetto.
Yeah, it became an adjective all of a sudden. Like, wow, y'all really picked that up.
But anyway, experiences. So it's like, have you guys, like how we're talking about ghetto, have anybody ever called you ghetto? Has anybody ever, and when I say colorism, has anybody ever called you ghetto? Has anybody ever hit you with the, like, your hair is kind of smooth for, like, it's kind of smooth. For a black girl.
You know what I got? Here, one of my jobs, one that I had.
Is all of this yours?
Yeah. No, I get that from Black, White.
Is there extensions in it?
No, this is all me.
that.
Anyway.
No way.
I get that too. I was in a store and somebody was like, oh my God, like, where did you pick up that wig? She thought I tried on a wig in the supply store. I was like, ma'am, I walked in with this as mine. Like, wow. Yeah. But I have had coworkers who was like, oh, you're just like so-and-so. You guys are always switching up your hair.
Oh my gosh. Now that we want to, like, that just jogged my memory. Yeah, I remember I used to work somewhere. She's
I look nothing like her. What happened?
And she just went up to me. She was like, oh, like this lady I was working with. Oh, are you related to Danielle? I was like, who's that? She's like,
they didn't
she used to work.
Oh,
she used to work here before you did.
Why the hell
just,
would
like,
I be related to the receptionist?
I actually asked her, do we have the same last name?
I'd be mad because they definitely didn't hit me with one of
I
those
just wanted
before.
you to catch yourself. And she's just like, oh no, because what?
They hired this little short, dark-skinned girl at my law firm named Janelle, and they gonna ask me, was me and Janelle related? Like, it's not that nothing look wrong with her. I just look nothing like Janelle. The world is so big,
I thought, though. Like, how he was related.
But you know what? At first,
did she refer me? Did I write her as the reference?
At first, I didn't.
Do you know something I don't know? Did she put in a good word?
At first, I didn't take it to heart, because I was like, oh, okay, maybe. And then when I met my coworker, because mind you, this is when I was new at the job, I met my coworker and she was black, and everybody
I always take it to heart because as soon as people say that,
okay,
you know it's bullshit, bro. What are you talking about? Like, you sound crazy. Or people ask you, like, where are you from? No, but where are you from really? Like, that's crazy. I thought I just said I was from New York. Like, why is the conversation
I thought I just said I was from New York.
Like,
where are you from originally?
Yo, like, are you asking my ethnicity?
That's
are you asking
but
my background?
I asked them that too. Where are you from? They'd be like, oh, I'm from here. No, but where are you from though?
Nah.
Now we got a problem, right?
Utah. That's why.
That's
They're like, I'm American. Like, yeah, I don't know. They came from Ohio.
I'm dead.
That's where I assumed that white people originated. It's like, they all, I just like to act just as ignorant as them. I think that one white person landed in Ohio and they just started recreating.
They said, I'm from here. Nothing before here.
Yeah, I think they just dropped white people off in Ohio and then they just started offspringing.
It definitely wasn't Ohio.
In different places, but they had to start in Ohio. For real. That's what I think about when I see white people.
That's hilarious.
Probably their grandparents are from Ohio.
Oh, so funny. Like,
comment,
subscribe.
Thank you for watching Your Thing.